Winx is arguably the greatest racehorse in the history of the Australian thoroughbred and one of the greatest racehorses in the history of the thoroughbred worldwide. She won 25 Group 1s, which is the pinnacle of racing. She was unbeaten across 33 consecutive starts, a feat not achieved anywhere in the world in over 50 years. A 4-time Australian Horse of the Year, a 4-time winner of the WS Cox Plate, one of the greatest races in the Australian calendar. As racehorses go, they don't become any better than Winx. Inglis is Australia's oldest thoroughbred auction house, established in 1867, and is synonymous with the sale of champion racehorses for decades. But a filly with credentials like these is extraordinarily rare, not just in the context of Australian thoroughbred breeding, but thoroughbred breeding right around the world. Her father, Pierro, is a champion racehorse, a Golden Slipper winning champion. And Winx, as we've already said, is one of the most accomplished racehorses in the history of the thoroughbred. So to have credentials like this as a young filly makes her exceptionally rare indeed. So this filly will be presented for sale at Riverside Stables on April 8th next year. The sale runs April 7th and 8th, and she'll be offered for sale on the 8th of April. So it's going to be one of the greatest spectacles in the history of Australian thoroughbred breeding. It'll be the 5th anniversary of Winx's 25th Group 1 win. Her final racecourse start in the Queen Elizabeth Stakes at Randwick during the championships. It's a very fitting way to celebrate what was an extraordinary occasion in the history of Australian thoroughbred racing, and hopefully this creates another great chapter in that story. It's not just the domestic audience that the sale of this filly is going to appeal to. She's going to attract interest from major international investors from right around the world. The US, Europe, the Middle East, the Far East. The bloodstock world is going to be captivated by the opportunity of acquiring the first foal of what is one of the greatest racehorses in the history of the thoroughbred. The Inglis Easter Yearling Sale is the best yearling sale in Australia. It's synonymous with the best breeders bringing their best horses to market. It attracts a huge domestic audience and huge domestic participation, but massive international participation as well. Year after year, investors from right around the world come to Sydney in April to attend the sale and participate in the sale, come looking to find the very best progeny of the best breeders in Australia, and this filly is going to sit at the very top echelon of that. This is going to be an iconic occasion. I mean, you only have to reflect on the following that Winx had as a racehorse and the attention that she drew, not just from domestic participants, but international participants right around the world who came to see a race, engage with her race career. So the fact that her first foal is being offered for sale at public auction and gives the opportunity for anybody and everybody to engage with it at a time which is hugely important for racing in Australia, right in the middle of the championships, you know, two of the biggest days of Australian racing. It's going to be an iconic occasion and something that's going to attract, you know, an event that already attracts a significant audience. It's going to attract an even greater spectrum of people, and it's just going to be a fantastic occasion. Yeah, I mean, time and time again, Inglis has been chosen, and specifically the Inglis Easter Yearling Sale has been chosen as the venue and the occasion to offer the very best young horses for auction in the Australian market. We're talking about the first foal of Mackay Diva, Black Caviar siblings, you know, some of the best credentialed horses in the world, and they draw extraordinary interest. You only have to look at the results from those sales to recognise the fact that they bring participation from investors that just don't ordinarily participate in Australian racing and breeding. They draw them in. It's a unique opportunity, not just for Inglis, but for the Australian thoroughbred industry as a whole, to capitalise on the momentum that a horse like this can bring to the market and bring to the sport. Well, to give credit to Winx, Winx will have been responsible for creating a whole new generation of racing participants and racing fans. Young people, old people who were captivated by what this extraordinary horse was capable of achieving. So to have the public in a position where they can engage with her first foal at a thoroughbred auction is a very special occasion, and something that's not just unique in the context of Australian thoroughbred racing, but unique in the context of thoroughbred racing and breeding right around the world. Horses like this just don't come up for sale. And so it's something that we're very excited about and something that we're determined to do justice and create the spectacle that it deserves. The Inglis facility at Riverside Stables is widely recognised as the best facility in the world for the sale of thoroughbred racehorses. It's purpose-built, so designed for the benefit of all users, horses, vendors, buyers. It's just an exceptional facility. It's safe, weatherproof, creates a fantastic atmosphere, and it's somewhere we really, really appreciate having to sell our best racehorses.